You're sitting across from someone who holds all the cards. The negotiation ends, and as you walk out, you realize you surrendered your power the moment you let your emotions dictate your responses. Over the next 6 minutes, we are going to build a physical, high-stakes interaction plan. This is a practical, step-by-step document designed to help you reclaim control before you even enter the room. We are grounding this playbook in the concept of dark intelligence, a school of strategic thought most famously codified by Niccolò Machiavelli. He recognized that in power dynamics, those who calculate always outmaneuver those who simply react. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. I want you to vividly picture one specific upcoming conversation where the stakes are high: a salary review, a difficult boundary with a partner, or a high-pressure sales pitch. Shifting from reactive survival to strategic preparation is what allows you to stop being the victim of a conversation and start becoming the architect of its outcome. At the top of your page, write High-Stakes Interaction Plan. Below that, label the first section Step 1, Alternatives. Under this heading, list exactly what you will do if this negotiation fails and you walk away with nothing. This utilizes the principle of detachment. Anxiety in negotiations stems from the feeling of being trapped. By explicitly defining your fallback options, you neutralize the fear that usually gives your counterpart the upper hand. Look at the difference in leverage here. Person A is fixated on a single outcome. They are desperate for this one deal to work. Person B has multiple branches to follow. Because they don't need this specific outcome to survive, they can negotiate from a position of strength. Remember, detachment doesn't mean you stop caring about your goal. It means you stop being tethered to a specific, narrow path to reach that goal. The physical act of documenting these alternatives shifts your internal state. While the other party might still try to exert pressure, you've removed their primary psychological weapon, your own fear of having no other choice. For step 2, look at this adaptive persona matrix. Categorize your counterpart into one of 4 archetypes. Analytical types need hard facts. Emotional types prioritize connection. Practical types want mechanics. Big picture thinkers focus on the overarching vision. Now, physically script the very first sentence you will say when the meeting starts. Tailor it specifically to their archetype. If they are analytical, lead with a metric. If they are big picture, lead with the why. Strategic communication is like water. It takes the shape of whatever container it's in. You are not changing your essence. You are simply adjusting your form to fit the situation. This is about efficiency, not inauthenticity. You are changing the presentation layer of your message while your core values and principles remain constant. Speaking in their preferred psychological language allows you to bypass their natural defenses. It makes it easy for them to connect with you, which builds trust faster than any generic rapport-building tactic. Step 3 is about identifying what lies beneath the surface. Write down what you believe is the counterpart's deepest unspoken fear or their primary underlying need regarding this interaction. We're going to use the psychological echo. In high-stakes moments, people often aren't looking for immediate solutions. They are looking for the relief that comes from being genuinely understood. Look at this translation. The amateur hears a complaint and immediately tries to fix it. The strategist hears the emotion behind the words and reflects it back. This is the echo. Use a template like, "It sounds like you," or "It seems like," and draft your own echo statement on your paper now. You are reflecting their experience, not just their words. When you fulfill someone's psychological need to be validated, their resistance drops. This makes them significantly more receptive to the suggestions you make later. At the very bottom of your plan, draw a bold box. Inside it, write the trigger phrase. This is your reminder to use silent leverage. Most people find dead air in a conversation unbearable. To fill it, they often ramble, giving away sensitive information or weakening their own position just to end the discomfort. When you are faced with a difficult demand or a pointed question, maintain steady eye contact and say nothing. Let the silence work for you. In a tense environment, 3 seconds feels like an eternity. This void creates a psychological pressure that often forces the other person to backtrack or begin negotiating against themselves to fill the silence. The key is your expression. The silence must appear contemplative and respectful. If you appear hostile, you lose the influence and create a conflict you can't control. Mastering the restraint to say absolutely nothing is one of the most effective ways to demonstrate presence and composure in any room. Look down at your completed paper. You've built a tactical map. You are no longer entering the room hoping for the best. You are entering with a clear understanding of your fallback, their persona, and your response. You have moved beyond reacting to the immediate tension of the room. By following this plan, you've anchored your performance to objective results instead of your ego. These strategies are for protection. Use this knowledge to build win-win outcomes and to defend your own interests, but never to exploit or harm others. Understanding dark intelligence serves as psychological armor. It provides the clarity needed to identify manipulation in real time and neutralize its effects on your decision-making. Deploy this plan in your next high-stakes conversation. Subscribe to keep sharpening these strategic tools and step into your next meeting with a clear map of the territory. We'll see you in